Welcome to the internet. Ooh.
So the internet is full of ghosts.
Might as well be.
Probably
is. Imagine all the websites that were made by people that are dead.
And all of the websites that people no longer go to but are still running.
But this is a podcast, so forget that stuff. Get ready to have some fun!
This is a new podcast.
A new podcast?
It is a new podcast. It has a new name and it's going to be a number one.
What's it called, Jake?
It's called the Gaming Autopsy Podcast.
Dive kick!
That's not part of the name.
I'm sure there'll be some dive kick over there eventually. Yeah. Over there? Over here. Because you guys clicked on the video!
Yeah,
you
maybe.
Came! Thank you. Thank you for coming with us.
You might have found this video some other way. You might have been thinking, oh...
And we love you too! Welcome to you new people that we love.
You might
You're
be
very
thinking,
pretty.
Gaming Autopsy. That sounds like a good name because we came up with it.
We did.
We did. We
I like your hair.
Ourselves.
You got nice hair, new viewers. You should do it like that more often.
If you like them so much, why don't you marry them? Because they probably don't want to marry you.
Because they're over the internet.
Anyway.
And we'll love you when you're in your pyjamas as well, or when you're in nothing. We'll love you regardless of what you're wearing. We don't care about social conformity.
What's that got to do with clothes? Social conformity isn't entirely to do with clothes.
But it has something to do with clothes.
Sometimes.
There we go. Stuffs. But anyway, we're called Gaming Autopsy because we talk about games sometimes when we're not talking about clothes and how pretty your hair looks.
Okay. There's some...
I'm Dan Cyan.
And I'm Jake Flello. Yes, in case... Anyway. News.
I like news.
We have some good news.
Do we? I have some news!
Well, not good news for us, because we won't be getting it.
No, but the Xbox, or Microsoft, have reduced the price of the Xbox with a bundle that's £399.99 in the UK, I believe. So 400 quid, and that comes with Titanfall.
Yes.
Which is 60 quid cheaper than we paid for it, and we didn't get a game with it.
I got a game with it, but I didn't actually
play
the game.
did.
I sold the game.
Oh, I got a game as well, but I got FIFA, but...
Yeah,
no
we
one
both
wants
got FIFA. Neither of us care for much for FIFA.
I deleted that this morning. I was like, I'm going to delete it. I need to make room for more stuff.
Like Titanfall.
Like Titanfall. And Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
And Thief.
Do we have any news?
King.com abandoned the candy trademark, thank God. Only in the US.
Good. Alright, insert celebration noise here. Suckitking.com.
Well, they did it. It was like a PR move, really, but it's a bit late. Anyway, doesn't matter. Good. Who cares? I don't play Candy Crush anymore.
Titanfall went gold, and so did Infamous Second Son. They both went gold this week.
What does that mean?
Oh, you know what? If a game goes gold, it means it's done. They're putting it in packets now, basically. They're done. No more work's being done on the actual game. They're still working on DLC and stuff, obviously, because, well, money. Money's good.
Yes, they will be liking money. You're making that chair squeak an awful lot, aren't you?
I don't mean to. Ignore the squeaking.
They're not going to ignore it because it's so loud.
It's my legs.
Just try to stay still, maybe.
You need better chairs.
I know I do. We need a proper recording studio. One day we'll do that, won't we?
With chairs that don't squeak.
So poor.
Can we get chairs that don't squeak?
I'll try, maybe.
Thank you. Okay.
Ubisoft, or possibly Ubisoft. It depends how you say it. It doesn't matter.
Ubisoft.
It's
Ubisoft.
They, a while ago, gave out like a survey asking people what setting they want the next Assassin's Creed game to be in.
What
and,
setting?
Time and
I thought you meant like, do you want it night or day? Do you want it sensitivity at 10 or 9?
Oh, no, I get it. I get what you mean.
I got really confused for a minute.
The choices were things like medieval China, Victorian England, ancient Egypt, Russian Revolution, Samurai Age,
or maybe
Japan.
Samurai Control.
And the managing director of the Assassin's Creed games.
What's his name?
Oh, now who's sexist? You're sexist, Dan, because it's a girl.
Is it?
Jade Raymond, I think.
Oh, I didn't expect you to have that name.
Dispelled rumours it would be set in the samurai eras because people were thinking, oh, it's going to be that one, of course. Who wouldn't want it to be there? And she didn't actually say where or when it was going to be, but she did say it would be set in her favourite historical era. That's an announcement and a half. That gives away so much.
Part of me thinks they're going to want it. At some point, they're going to try and go to the future to try and keep up with, like, Infamous and Titanfall and all these games that are going to go modern.
Yeah, but how is that going to fit into the story? Yes, you have a genetic memory of the future.
That's a good point.
Then again, I don't even know if like the setting that's in now of the new game is in the future, and maybe they're leading towards that. Although
Titanfall is a sequel to Assassin's Creed.
I doubt that her favourite historical era is the future.
Might be. She could be from the future.
Her favourite historical era is the 50s. The 50s when they thought what the future was going to be like would be weird, and they tried to make towns that look like that.
Possibly. I've got some news.
Have you?
What my news is.
What's your news, Dan?
Pokemon Series 1, the TV show, and Pokemon like Series 14, the black and white series, is going to Netflix.
Ooh.
I know.
Cool, I'm going to watch the original
English versions as well, it's not the Japanese version.
Cool. I'll be watching that.
I know, I'm like, that gives me something else to watch.
And I want you to get ready to eat poop, Dan.
Ah.
Because before you said that the Xbox One wouldn't have any games that were 1080p and 60 frames per second. Guess what?
No, we both said that, so shut up.
No, I said that eventually we'd start seeing games that were once they got used to the hardware. Because I
agreed with you. So don't say I disagreed.
Fair enough.
I agreed with you. I said this is.
Stop eating the poop then.
I said
anyway.
There was something that was limiting them at the moment. Because at the moment it's either 1080 or 60. It's never both at the moment.
Can I say my news?
No, I'm annoyed now. Eat your own poop.
Wolfenstein: The New Order is confirmed for 1080p and 60 frames per second on both PS4 and Xbox One. There we go.
Yeah, it is now. Wait until it gets closer to release. Titanfall's going to be 1080p.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they said it was going to be 1080p.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But it's not now.
You haven't been watching Titanfall since it was announced, though, have you?
No, here and there. If some big news comes up, I'll probably see it.
Yeah, well, 1080p isn't really big news.
But it's not going to be 1080p in other news.
No, they're refusing to say what it's going to be like.
Vince Zampella said it's not 1080. There we go. We know that much. But there were rumours that the 792p, the weird resolution that was on the beta on the Xbox One, would be reduced to 720p. And Abby Happy dispelled those rumours. So we know it's going to be somewhere between 792p and 1079.
Can you just repeat his name again, please?
Vince Zampella.
The motherfucking producer.
Yes, the producer. Whatever. I don't have that written here.
Motherfucking
I'm not
designer. The motherfucking CEO.
Are you calling him a motherfucker? Yesterday, not yesterday, last time we recorded this, we said we loved him. And the rest of the team.
You're not in the Titanfall fandom. You don't know what the fuck I'm going on about. That's an inside joke that you douchebags don't get.
You're in a fandom. Do you write fan fiction about Titans?
Well, not fandom, but I mean...
Oh, yeah, Ogre, give it to me.
I mean the community.
Atlas said.
Because there's the Titanfall song that was made by that dude who I shouted out the other day. That was pretty awesome. Not the dude that works for him. The other dude that I shouted out on Titanfall Legends.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Jack something.
Jack something.
Yeah, he made the video, a song about it, and in it, like, oh yeah, and thank you, Respawn, so much, everyone that works for you, and thank you, Vincent Zampella, the motherfucking producer, or motherfucking something. And so whenever his name is mentioned, everyone goes, motherfucking yeah.
Okay.
I forgot what the news was. I just started going off a tangent about.
It's the resolutions and that, it's going to be weird.
I just wish they'd pick something and stick to it. Even if it's like 3p.
I doubt you'd be able to play it if it was 3p.
It'd probably be 4.
Yeah, I do think it needs to be like an even number.
I'm pretty sure it has to be an even number as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's 4, just pick something and stick to it.
Wouldn't that just be 4 pixels? I don't know how much, like, the P's and all that and how that works.
Okay, 60p.
60p at 1080 frames per second.
You got any other news?
Microsoft, they said, that, GDC, the thing, they're going to announce some indie games.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they pretty much confirmed that indie games are going to be announced. They haven't said anything about if there's going to be any news or new AAA releases going to be announced. But indie games,
they said didn't they give a figure for how many games that haven't been announced yet are going to be announced and out this year? Like,
I have no idea.
IPs. They said something like that. I read it somewhere, glanced over it, that they were saying there's going to be loads more new stuff that you don't know about, and it's going to be so fun. And I'm like, it's not going to be fun.
Back when the Xbox One was announced, they said they were going to have so many new IPs over the next year. Which has
dropped. The number's gone down by at least 10.
Yeah, that's because the games have come out.
Oh, I didn't think that taken into consideration, but I mean games that have been pushed back to 2015.
Oh yeah, some definitely have.
But have you heard that Cell Damage has been announced for new Sony systems? A new Cell Damage.
What's Cell Damage?
I never played Cell Damage.
No, I've never played
It's
Cell
like
Damage.
an arena, a car racing arena with weapons thing. I used to play Cell Damage Overdrive on the PS2. I loved it.
Oh!
It's really good.
I think I've heard of it. I've
really
definitely
good.
heard of it.
Look it up. It's brilliant.
In other news,
I don't know.
do you know what's happening on March 11th, Dan?
Titanfall in America.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, it's coinciding. I see. That's when Twitch broadcasting is coming to Xbox One.
Yes, it's coming because of the Titanfall.
I didn't realise.
And have you heard about the features that are supposedly limited just to Xbox at the moment? Like you can join someone's game if you're watching their stream.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That looks pretty
fucking
good.
annoying. No offense.
It's going to be annoying. Like, I'm going to join your game. No, you're not. Please don't. Please don't. Oh my god.
There has to be somewhere limiting it as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's good that they've kept it back. Oh, no, I think it's good they kept it back. It's later than the PS4. Oh, I said 3. But at least they've got some extra features to back up why it's late rather than just, oh yeah, here's what PlayStation have had for a while.
Okay.
That awkward silence was planned, by the way. I did actually plan that first silence, not the second one.
What about that one?
Not that one. So you got any other news?
There was that new trailer. What is about a game that we've played? The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The trailer I haven't watched the trailer.
It looks good.
They've got a release date for the 4th of March on...
Yeah. The trailer didn't actually say the release date, but then they announced it like later that day, I think.
Yeah, it was the same day they announced it.
March 4th on PC, Mac, and PS3. So it's like, because The Wolf Among Us, it came out a day later, it's likely to come out.
Same company that made it, by the way, for those of you who didn't know. Both Telltale Games. Not
James Padlock, touch wood. That's cardboard.
Yep.
That was cardboard as well, what I touched. But no one's touched wood yet. So we can still talk, which is good, because we need to do a podcast.
Yes, so they announced it on the same day, roughly. Telltale Games, not Traveller's Tales, different companies. Wolf Among Us about a day after, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a day
of
after.
PS4 getting it and all that, so we should expect it roughly around the same time as the 4th. I would probably estimate between the 4th and the 10th.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be soon after.
Not long.
If it's not, then I will be angry. Grrr.
Grrr. Grrr. Like Big B.
I'm going to need to put down my tablet, which I have my news on for this one, because I need to do some air quotes.
And
he doesn't. Air quotes starting now, star, air quotes end, of reality show Mob Wives, Karen Gravano.
Mob Wives?
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Don't know, never watched it, don't care. Wives of mob bosses, I've gathered. She wants, guess how much money? $40 million.
What for?
From Rockstar, because she said her likeness and life story were stolen for one of those random encounter missions without permission.
But in all fairness, who was it? Someone tried to sue another game. Oh, it was The Last of Us. Ellie. So and so tried.
What's her name? I know who you mean. She came
Ellen Page, is it?
Ellen Page.
Not she tried suing them, but the people for. I've forgotten the game now.
The one with the ghost that sucks.
Yeah, the ghost that sucks that had Ellen Page actually star as the person.
Yeah.
They tried suing the other games company because Ellie from The Last of Us looks a lot like Ellen Page. That fell through. And those are two massive companies that have the money and resources to fight it through to the end. Yeah. So this mob boss...
This lady, who I've never heard of, I don't think she stands much chance against a big corporation.
No.
Like
especially for that asking price. If she asked for a tenner, then sure, they'll probably go, yeah, tenner, fuck off.
Even if it was like, maybe $100,000, yeah, we made loads more of that on the game.
Exactly.
I mean, like...
We'll buy your story for 15 quid.
That's probably how much it's worth. But the whole random encounter thing, it seems like so generic. Like, she's getting buried alive and then, like, she's getting... Then you drive her somewhere and she's telling you, oh, yeah, my dad was a mob boss and, like, went into witness protection because of something. It's like, oh, yeah, that's exactly the same as my story. Your story is exactly the same as a lot of mob movies. It's like, it's almost as if her life story was actually stolen from something like Goodfellas or The Godfather. I haven't seen those movies.
Goodfellas make good pizzas.
Yes, they do. Although I can't eat pizza because of lactose intolerance.
Go!
How was that gay?
Trials Fusion release date. The Trials game for next gen has a release date.
Next gen!
Next gen!
I haven't played any of the Trials games.
Haven't you?
No. I have them. I have one. I have one of them. Trials HD, I think I have.
Oh, Trials Evolution. Have a guess at when the date is. Roughly. Guess what month of what year?
May.
April 16th, and it's going to be $15.99 Pounds. English money. Because we're English people living in England. Pounds.
I think they get it.
Probably about $25.
Yeah, mate.
About $25. In America!
Where we aren't at the moment.
Basically. Because we're not.
Hey, Dan, what have you been playing this week? Because I'm out of news.
What have I been playing? Not a lot, really.
Oh. Really? Do you want to know what I've been playing? You know what I've been playing, and I want to talk about it for a lot.
Actually, I've been looking into Infinite Crisis, the DC MOBA.
Oh, yes.
Which is... A MOBA is Smite or League of Legends. I don't know how else to describe that game other than those two, because they are the biggest ones in the industry as far as I'm aware. And it's them with DC characters. And it looks really good. They have odd... I don't know how to describe it. They have odd... Like, Green Lantern is a melee character. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but...
Because he has the ring and he can punch him in the face and leave a mark.
No, but, like, it's things like that doesn't make much sense. Like, obviously, Flash is a melee character because his fast legs aren't going to do much damage from 100 metres away, but he can get to you very quickly. So some of that doesn't make sense, like the character types. But it looks really good. I've been looking into that and it does look really good. I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of character is Green Arrow? Is he like...
He's a range and I forgot what it's called. Like the one that spots enemies. He does that quite a bit, but I'm not going to play as him anyway, even though I haven't been playing a lot, but I've been watching Green Arrow. The TV show Arrow. Season 1 I've been watching that.
The one about Green Arrow that isn't actually about Green Arrow.
No, it is about Green Arrow. They just never tell you that it's Green Arrow. It looks exactly like him. He has the same personality as Green Arrow. He has the same girlfriend as Green Arrow. Same name, same backstory. Everything's the same. But
same villains.
Same villains, but no one ever labels him as Green Arrow. The only thing is, like, every now and again, someone goes, maybe we should call him the Green Arrow. And then someone goes, nah, that's a gay name. Move on.
Let's make a show about a character who we like, but we don't like the name of, and
call
his name gay.
I like that they're not trying to base the series directly off of him and be like, oh, we're going to make loads of money just off the fact that it's called Green Arrow. I know Green Arrow's not big enough for it to do that, but like Superman movies, most people go see Superman movies because Superman, not because there's a character that has his world destroyed and has superpowers.
I don't care much for Superman.
No, but you know what I mean. Like a lot of people will see it just because of the name, and I like that they're not just running off the name. And it is a good show.
Okay.
Too much man nipples, too many.
What's wrong with man nipples? As long as it's not man balls or penises.
Yeah, it's better than man balls, but there are so many like close up of his like peck, and I'm like,
how close is it? Like covering the entire screen and then they zoom out and it's Green Arrow?
No, the camera will be like here, and I'm gesturing to sort of just above my belly button to the side, and I'll be looking up at his sweaty, topless pecs as he's working out, and it's like
something for the ladies.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm not a lady. I just want to see him stab or shoot people with arrows and stab them occasionally.
I don't get things like that. You know, you get like girly shows, and then there's something for the dads when you see like a boob, like a side boob, and then the only thing that they put in the show to aim it at the opposite sex to the one it's actually aimed at is like a bit of nip,
a bit of nudity, basically, or sexual, not intent, but like
nips.
Nips.
They put some nips in.
Nips or a close up of someone's bulge. I've seen that happen a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't see that.
So before I talk about the game that I've been playing, I'm going to say, because this came up, why I don't like Superman. He's boring. His powers are boring. Okay, there we go.
He's overpowered, his backstory's weak, and I just don't like him. He's like, oh, I'm God, basically.
He is basically a god.
And it's like, well, I don't want to see that. Which is why I like Injustice's story and portrayal of all the characters, because they were all done very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Superman is the bad guy.
Apart from Aquaman.
What's wrong with Aquaman?
His backstory isn't portrayed in the Injustice at all.
Oh, yeah. But
and not many people know his backstory. He's an outcast. He's a social outcast that no one likes.
He's the king of Atlantis, like god of the sea or whatever.
Yeah, and his dad was killed by the sea.
Yeah.
And he's an outcast in Atlantis and on the land, even though he's the king of Atlantis, which makes no sense.
He can make fish follow him, and he can ride them like sea scooters.
And Green Arrow can shoot them like a harpoon.
And he can get... I'm not sure... You know at the end when there's the big battle and Aquaman's like pulling these big like shelled weird-looking creatures out of the sea?
I don't think they exist.
I don't know. It was an alternate universe thing, so maybe that's one of the things that's different.
One second. Spoiler for a couple of minutes ago when we started talking about the end.
I think people who watch this podcast know that it's not a spoiler-free thing.
I think it's weird that you think that we have people that watch this.
We do. There's views. Unless
one of them is me.
Well, how many of
I
them...
check audio quality as soon as it comes out.
How many of them are you?
1. How many of them are me? 1. I don't sit there and rewatch it 18 times.
I don't know, do I? We don't have 18 views, so it's not going to be that many.
No,
but I know that 2 of them are me.
Just to explain why you watch it twice.
First one is to make sure that it's all okay. Second one is when I switch back to my account.
Oh, and it counts as a view already.
It counts as another view.
Ah, I see.
Anyway.
Please watch us.
They're not going to... They need to have been watching this for about 20 minutes now to get to the part where you tell them to watch us where they've already been watching us. They're not going to skip to randomly 20 minutes in and find out that they've been doing what you want them to do. Which is obviously what you want us to do. I'm getting angry over nothing.
Thank you for watching us.
That's better. I've been playing Dark Souls. That's
Dark Souls!
That's why we're going to be using Dark Souls footage.
Oh, I've also been playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Oh, yeah, you have.
I was playing it this afternoon. It's really good. Really good. I expected for it to be a game that I'll play for like 2 hours, get bored of it and stop playing it forever. But it's really good. It's got the same sort of replay value as Titanfall does.
Where it's sort of like a multiplayer-based thing and there's lots
it's
of
multiplayer
stuff.
Yeah, but like it's a case... It's really weird because half of the thrill is, look, I'm a plant walking around. But it's still good enough that you keep playing it because the gameplay's good as well.
And you can get accessories.
You can play as the zombies as well. The accessories are fucking hilarious, some of them.
I'm looking forward to that.
Like the cactus. You can become a fire cactus where you're just ablaze.
I think there's... You know the scientist zombie?
Yes.
Well, there's a weapon that I really want with that. He has like a dolphin that fires fish guts.
Yes.
I want that. I need that.
It's a really, really good game. I'm not that far into it at the moment. Into it. It's not a campaign, but I'm not that far into it in terms of levels and exploring the game. And
yeah, it did only come out today on the time of recording. So
yes, at the point of recording, which is Friday, the 28th of February. It came out in the UK, by the way, because it was out in the US for ages.
Oh yeah.
The horde mode's pretty good in it as well. It's fairly evenly laid out, and I like that the zombies and plants aren't equal in terms of size. Like, there's a pea shooter version zombie where it's like a run and gun class, but it's not like, oh, it has the same weapon with the same rate of fire and the same this, but it's just reskinned or called something different. It's different. Like, the abilities you have, which are like your grenades, etc., they're different completely. Like, the zombies is a bazooka and a jump, like a super jump, whereas the plants one is to run fast and a giant bomb that you, like, roll.
Cool.
So there are some similarities, but I like that it's not just the same thing exactly.
Yeah, not... Yeah. Is it balanced, though, with that sort of like differences?
It is balanced. Because in terms of, like, the bazooka, the recharge rate's different to the plants run in one, and it is very evenly matched at the moment. When people level up, I don't know, because I know you unlock things as you level up as well. Yeah. So I don't know how the leveling up is getting at the moment.
Yeah.
In terms of our people at the top going to be like, ha ha ha, level 1, you are going to die. Obviously, you're going to die more at level 1 anyway, but...
I don't like games that are like that, where leveling up makes you overpowerful rather than some...
No, I
you
like
just unlock stuff that's, like, nice. Like a
or
dolphin. Something different, but, you know...
I don't mind when you unlock things like more damage, as long as they're balanced. Like, you lose fire rate, or you lose range. Things that even out.
Yeah.
I don't like things that are like win button.
Like, you know, in a lot of Call of Duty games, there's a sniper that you can use. There's like 2 hits to kill them, and then later on there's a sniper that's 1 hit to kill them, and like the reload rate is exactly the same, and everything's exactly the same except the powerfulness of it.
Well, it's not. I can tell you the difference between them because I've actually looked into this. The difference in those two, I know exactly the snipers you're on about because I found the 2 in ghosts that are like that, and the difference is the time it takes for it to home in directly on the centre point. They are different, dramatically different.
What do you mean, home in?
Like, when you aim, it actually because it's... I'm gesturing to you.
When you look down the scope.
Exactly. The time it takes for it to actually be aiming on the point where it says the point is longer.
Okay. So that's more...
So obviously if you run around aimed in all the time, there is a complete distinct advantage apart from the fact you can't see.
Quick scope.
But if you're quick scoping, for example, it's extremely even. I want to talk about something else very quickly.
Okay.
It's not game related, but internet related. On Tumblr, I saw a post that it was like in Toy Story. Oh look, Jesse's hat. Jesse's owner has that hat. So does Andy. Perhaps Andy's mum gave him that hat.
It's the same fucking hat as Woody, isn't it? He has Woody's hat. It's the same fucking hat, isn't it?
Well, people are speculating that Jesse's owner was actually Andy's mum. in the end, which is weird. But I saw it actually grow from Tumblr. Like, it started, I saw the one post, and then it grew to a massive thing. Now there's an article about it, and people are sharing it on Facebook, and I'm like, I saw where that started from. I saw the beginning.
I think it's a load of all fucking bullshit.
It's just coincidences that people...
Have you seen that post where it's like, here's how all of the Pixar movies are linked, and some of them work, some of them work
work really well.
and then some of them is like, and now time travel. And like, the little girl from Monsters Inc., Boo, we never find out her real name, is supposed to be the witch in, not Tangled, Brave.
Yes. Or, for example, like, oh, yes, inanimate objects like toys can talk. Oh, by the way, we're now jumping to the future where the cars look identical to how they'd look now and have the same sports, but they've taken over the whole world for some reason.
Time travel. It's something like, now that all the humans have time traveled, including Boo, or maybe they haven't time travelled, they've gone into space or something like that, now the cars have taken over.
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
But then some of them are really good, closely done.
Yeah. Can I talk about Dark Souls? It's a good game.
No, we missed some news that we need to talk about. We need
to more news.
Evolve, from the week of Valentine's Day. Evolve had a gameplay trailer. It looks really good. It's class-based, but it seems really evenly class-based, and interesting takes on the classes. For example, the... I don't know what it's called. Recon, is it? The one that marks.
Yeah.
Whenever he shoots, that generates a weak point in the monster for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I thought that was different rather than just, oh, look, there he is.
Fair enough.
And at the start of the game, you're a normal-sized monster, and then the more you go out and feed on things and eat,
I think there's like missions to do. You need to go somewhere and turn off.
Oh, you like challenges
and stuff, and that's how you level up and get bigger. And the logo is one of the best logos I've ever seen.
What is this logo? I forget.
It's like 4 dots, and that's EVOL, and then it's the letter V, and then another dot with E. So there's 4 dots, V, 1 dot.
I don't get it. I don't understand why.
It's 4v1.
Oh, that's so good!
I know, isn't it?
That is so... I've never looked at the logo.
And in the trailer, that dot sort of like stretches to show that the 1 is getting bigger, and it's equal to the 4.
That is...
It's like one of the best logos ever. It's like... I mean, I quite like the Left 4 Dead logo with like Left 4 Dead and it's 4-player co-op. That's pretty good. But this is insane. That's insane and it's genius.
I can't find the dot picture that you're on about.
The dot picture?
You said there were dots.
It's not dots. It's like little rounded squares.
Yeah, I found the squares.
Yeah,
and they're red squares, and then the V is a black with the red V rather than the other way around. And yeah, it does look really good. The logo. That's really clever. I hope someone got paid millions for that. Opposed to the people that get paid millions for the stupid little rhyming things on Domino's sauces.
What?
Domino's sauces have little rhyming, like a sentence that rhymes on it, and you're like, that sucks! Why would someone get paid loads for that? But obviously someone got paid loads and loads for that.
How about you go for some tomato sauce?
Yeah, something like that, and it's rubbish.
That's brilliant.
It's rubbish.
Can I talk about Dark Souls now? Is there more news? Have you got more news?
I have more news.
Go for more news then.
Games with gold this month for March. We've got Civilization.
Really?
Civilization Revolution, I think it is. Civilization Revolution and Dungeon Defenders.
Never heard of Dungeon Defenders, but I
need to download this month's today on the Friday the 28th. Otherwise, I'm going to lose out.
It's like a Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers is weird. Go on then. Talk about Dark Souls.
It is one of the best games I have played in ages.
But Titanfall comes out soon.
It's better than that. No, it's not. They're different kinds of games, and like if you're going for an RPG, this is one of the best you can go for. If you're going for a FPS online,
what's the RPG elements?
Basically, you get. It's mostly item based, but you do level up certain stats, which levels up the amount of damage you can do with certain items, and like it's really complex, really interestingly complex.
Dark Souls always looks gay to me.
Like the story and the atmosphere of the game is amazing. Like when you're walking around, you really feel like so alone, and then occasionally you come across NPCs that you can talk to.
I won't play it then.
You can come across NPCs that you can talk to, and they're like, fuck off. We don't like you. And like you've just met them, and they tell you to fuck off, and you really feel alone in the game, and it's quite good. And
why would I pay to feel alone? I could go to a bar and feel alone.
Because games aren't exclusively about fun. That's why horror games exist.
That's why your mum exists.
That makes no sense.
I mean, she's not much fun.
And it is hard in the sense that it's not hard unfairly. It's hard very fairly. Like, if you're...
I have no idea what the fuck you're on about, mate.
You know, sometimes...
It's hard, but not hard. It's hard.
It's very hard, but it's never unfair, if you see what I mean.
Oh, so it's like, fuck you, but this is the standard difficulty. So
No, it's
fuck
like...
you.
It's not like fuck you, it's like you fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself
Oh,
there.
no, so it fucks you and then makes you think it's your fault. When
No, it is your fault. It's entirely your fault.
No, it's not.
Like, sometimes you die and you think, fuck, I did bad there. And you know you did bad.
So the game's not hard, you're just shit at games is what you're saying.
No, it's because everyone's shit at Dark Souls unless they know what they're doing. You'll see it in the footage, like, I start off pretty good, like, I don't die in the dungeon. I think.
I hope you're talking about your arse here, I really do.
But then there's, like, a boss, and that's pretty easy, and then you get out, and then... There are certain points, because I looked up a walkthrough, because you're going to need a walkthrough if you play this first time, and yeah, I used one. There's like some items that will help beginners, and I'm a beginner, and like, this dude said, okay, you're going to go here, this really long trip, you're going to go to this dragon, pick up an item that's next to it, let it kill you, and then you've got the item, because you get to keep the items, but you don't get to keep your souls, because souls are like, you get souls when you kill things, but when you die you lose them. And souls are used like XP and also currency, which I think is quite interesting, how they're both. It's good. It's a good game and you should play it. I don't think you'll like it, but you should play it, regardless.
You couldn't have made it sound shitter if you tried.
It's a good game. It's really fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. It's good. It's challenging. If you want a challenge, then you should play Dark Souls.
If I want a challenge, I'll just do a word search.
Fair enough.
Or I'll just try and max out my levels on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare tonight. That's a challenge.
That is a challenge.
Probably impossible, but...
Another game I've been playing is... One moment, let me just look it up, because I've gotten pretty into mobile games. Rayman Fiesta Run.
Sounds gay.
It's pretty good. Have you played Rayman Origins or Rayman Legends?
Nope.
Oh. It's like a platformer, and you...
So it's like a Rayman game is what you're saying?
No, it's really fast-paced. Like, you have to... But this is like... It's a 2-button game. 1 button is jump and 1 button is punch. And the jump button is also do the flying thing when you unlock that. It's good. You have to get all the lums in a level. It's a good mobile game. It's a mobile game.
I've got a game that loads of people like playing on their mobile. It's called Flappy Birds.
Yep. It's a good game, that. Although it's gone now, so...
But not gone.
Flap. I dead.
Didn't even get one.
I didn't get one.
Fucking loser.
I was doing it with my left hand.
My high score like 3.
My high score is 17. The Windows Phone version, I got 56. First try. 56.
Don't think you did.
No, I did. You can ask Sammy.
I don't...
She got a Windows Phone. I realised Flappy Bird was still there. I got it. 56 straight away. Because I was like, I'm going to get a high score, and then you're going to have to try and beat it. And I was like, why am I still going? It's 56 now. It's because the screen is taller, and the gaps between them seem bigger in comparison to the bird. It also, I'm not sure if it's just a phone, but it seems to move slower.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I have a really bad itch on my back that I can never reach, and then if I get against something and scratch it, it comes back anyway.
So, question of the day, question of the episode.
You have a question of the day.
I'm going to start putting questions in it.
Okay.
What's your favourite DC character? Answer in the comments or silently in your head.
Should I answer out loud? Can I give my answer?
Yeah, go on.
Mine is probably the Flash.
See, I really like
did you say DC character or DC hero?
Character.
The Joker. There we go.
See, I like the Flash, I like Green Arrow, I like Deathstroke, I like the Joker, I like Two-Face.
The Joker, though. Although
Two-Face has the same sort of anarchy in him. Maybe not as fun, but the same sort of anarchy.
Yeah. He has the coin.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he's not a bad guy that's got a reason for being bad. He's just like, let's watch the world burn. Which is what the Joker's like, but the Joker does it in a fun way. Like, let's play some games!
The Joker's sort of like, that, but he's like, he'll just do shit, but then Two-Face is like, I'm going to flip this coin. If it lands on the darker side of the coin, You dead. But you're not just going to be dead. You're going to be extra dead. He doesn't talk like that. I should be an actor. I should play Two-Face in a movie.
I should play Green Arrow in the next season of Arrow.
Should you?
I have nipples. That's apparently all you need. Nipples and stubble.
I think you also need a little bit of muscle, though.
I got the stubble. I got the nipples. Can't have everything.
I guess. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Another game that I've been playing. I'm just going to mention this very briefly because we're stretching on the time a little bit here.
Stretching on the time.
I was looking up ROM hacks of certain games, and I found one called Moemon. It's a Pokemon Red hack. Basically, it turns the little sprites of the Pokemon, the little cute Pokemon sprites, into like chibi little girls dressed as Pokemon.
Why the hell would you get that?
I don't know. Why the hell would you make it? Who made it?
Jake, in the world there are weird people.
I know, but when does that idea come into someone's head? Jake. I bet there's probably like a My Little Pony one as well.
Oh god. A brony one.
Bronymon. If that doesn't exist, I'm copyrighting that name, trademarking, whatever. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make Bronymon and make millions.
Please don't.
No, I don't have the expertise.
Expertise.
Are you done? I'm done.
I think I'm done. Titanfall, some other stuff. Titanfall, some other stuff. Xbox, some other stuff. Titanfall.
Titanfall?
Yeah, Titanfall.
Titanfall. I think we should end it there, just the word Titanfall.
Attention pilots, the Titan is ready to fall. Get ready to catch. Catch your Titan. Here it comes. Go along!